Dave Grohl and TV producer Jordyn Blum tied the knot in 2003, but the rock music icon was also briefly married to photographer Jennifer Youngblood, and he reportedly had a fling with Winona Ryder. While these women haven't dished about their relationships with Grohl, others have, and this is what they have to say. L7 is a Los Angeles-based hard rock band that formed in the mid-1980s and became associated with Seattle-oriented grunge acts a few years later. Memorable for snarky, snarling alternative rock radio hits like Pretend We're Dead, L7's musicians ran in the same circles as the members of Nirvana. Bassist Jennifer Finch's former Sugar Babylon bandmate Courtney Love married Nirvana's Kurt Cobain, and Finch and Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl were a couple for a short period in the early 1990s. In the 2016 documentary, L7 Pretend We're Dead, Finch explained that when her band was recording the 1992 album Bricks Are Heavy with Butch Vig, the producer's previous project, Nirvana's Nevermind hit stores.
Nirvana released Nevermind, and it blew up.
In 90s-era footage in the documentary, Finch is shown looking through a magazine with Nirvana, including Grohl on the cover.
Everywhere I go, everywhere I turn, I see this face! Frankly, I'm sick of it.
Finch doesn't like to talk much about that period of her life and couldn't bring herself to watch the Nirvana-heavy documentary Montage of Heck. In 2015, Finch told The Big Takeover, "I have my own memories of those times, and those memories are at a point where they are fading. I don't want someone else's ingrained into my brain." After his divorce from first wife Jennifer Youngblood, Dave Grohl began a romance with Louise Post of the alternative rock band Baruch Assault. When Grohl recorded Foo Fighters' second album, 1997's The Color and the Shape, he sought out Post's help on what would become the hit single Everlong. Grohl called Post in the middle of the night and woke her to sing backup vocals over the phone on the tune. In 2021, Post took to Baruch Assault's Instagram to share, "He wanted me to sing the doo-doos, which were inspired by our song Shimmer Like a Girl." She added that she also wrote and sang a harmony for the song's chorus, and that the whispered vocals in Everlong started out as a description of the dream she was having when Grohl woke her. "It was a dream about us." He later removed it and replaced it with his own whispers, one which was a love letter to me. The relationship came to an abrupt conclusion in 1997. Grohl called Post just before a Baruch Assault gig in Australia and ended things so he could have a dalliance with Winona Ryder. Grohl may have inspired the 2000 Baruch Assault song Disconnected, which includes the lyric, quote, "It's kind of scary when your lover leaves you for a movie star." Post later told the Sydney Morning Herald, "People definitely read things into my songs. It was a private relationship, but it got so much publicity. I didn't mean for it to happen. I'm friends with him now." In the late 1990s, Dave Grohl dated Tina Basich, one of the most accomplished snowboarders of all time. She helped pioneer the sport, won titles at the X Games and the US Open, and famously became the first woman to complete a backside 720 in competition. Basich told the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, "I really changed my priorities when I started dating Dave because I was really in love with him, and that really changed my snowboarding." The relationship ended right around the time that Basich broke a leg, sidelining her professional snowboarding career for months. During her convalescence, Basich got word that Grohl allegedly was secretly seeing another woman. In her 2003 memoir, Pretty Good for a Girl, Basich wrote, "Breakups suck, but rockstar exits are the worst. All I got was a 5-minute phone call from him. After 5 weeks of me calling and trying to get a hold of him because I just had to know if these rumors were true." Basich found the split so devastating and traumatic that she couldn't even bring herself to broach the topic of the relationship when writing early drafts of Pretty Good for a Girl. She admitted, quote, "It was really hard for me. I rewrote my book 5 times, and not until the 5th rewrite did Dave Grohl make the book." Dave Grohl engaged in a years-long legal feud regarding the use of Nirvana's music with Kurt Cobain's widow, Courtney Love. Around the same time that Melissa Auf Der Maur resigned from her position as bassist in Love's band Hole in 1999, she entered into what would be a long-term relationship with the Foo Fighters frontman. According to Auf Der Maur, it was a happy and healthy coupling from beginning to end. She characterized their pairing as a very compatible match in a 2023 interview on Fierce, Women in Music on SiriusXM. She explained, "We had a beautiful love affair, both obsessed, committed to rock music, to the power of music, and both very non-drug addict, technically happy, highly functioning people. Auf Der Maur suspects that their similar status as supporting players in major, lead singer-driven 90s grunge rock bands subconsciously pushed us together. However, all that wasn't enough to keep Auf Der Maur and Grohl together for good. Auf Der Maur explained, "We were madly in love, but we also really recognized the turning point we were both at, as 90s musicians that were very close in age." Grohl wanted to turn Foo Fighters into one of the world's biggest bands, while she was content with smaller aspirations. She admitted, "When we broke up in 2001, it was all love. It was purely like, I love you and I want you to go do what you want to do." Kathleen Hanna brought explicitly progressive and feminist politics to early 1990s alternative rock, singing and writing songs for the influential Riot Grrrl movement-affiliated band Bikini Kill. Hanna also bore witness to the formation of one of the decade's other important bands and provided the catalyst for its breakthrough song. Bikini Kill emerged from the music scene in the Seattle-adjacent college town of Olympia, Washington, and so did Nirvana. Regarding her short-term romantic partner Dave Grohl and friend Kurt Cobain, Hanna told the Chicago Tribune, "We were there when Dave first showed up and became the new drummer and was sleeping on Kurt's couch. Grohl would later play drums on Smells Like Teen Spirit, a song title that Cobain derived from something Hanna wrote on his bedroom wall with a felt-tip pen while very drunk, and name-checking the Teen Spirit brand of deodorant.
Kurt smells like Teen Spirit.